Hello, everybody, and welcome for joining me for our next instalment of Member in the Spotlight. It's my pleasure today to introduce Joe Murdoch, who's the General Manager of Customer and Community at Barwon Water. Welcome, Joe.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for having me on today.
You're welcome. And that sounds like a very big role. What does that involve?
Gosh, Ben, I look after all of our customer services at Barwon Water. So that's all our contact centre, our billing, our new connections. Look after our communications and engagement. So all the engagement pop-ups that you might see out and about, the community forums that we have, all our communications for our major projects, our unplanned outages, and also look after business improvements. So we've got a program where we're been looking to find $32 million worth of savings as part of our customer affordability pipeline. So those sorts of savings are how through efficiencies. So doing things smarter and saving money for our customers that can all help keep our bills affordable for customers.
Very good. And for those that don't really know, Barwon Water is a super important organisation in our region.
Yes, we are.
And you know, important for our survival of all things as well. So tell us a little bit about Barwon Water.
So Ben, you might not know, but Barwon Water is actually Victoria's largest regional urban water corporation. So we've been we've actually got a proud history of delivering water, sewage and recycled water services for more than 110 years to the region. We've got a fabulous strategy 2030, where our vision is for Barwon Water to be an enabler of regional prosperity. So when I talk about regional prosperity, I'm talking about economically, socially, environmentally and culturally. So we deliver our services. We've got to more than 320,000 permanent residents across the region. And in fact, as you know, we're a very busy tourist region. So that can swell to something like 500,000 people, in fact, over the peak holiday periods. So we have a pretty busy time at Barwon Water. We spend a lot of time not only just delivering our services, but communicating ways that our customers, trying to encourage our customers to work with us to help conserve and preserve water as well. So not only do we sell water, but we do want to help our customers and community be more water efficient, and water is a really precious resource, and we really do want to do everything we can to make sure that we're using it wisely and not wasting it.
Very good. And we're Victorians, so naturally we love talking about the weather. So how has the season of the last 12 months been in terms of water?
So we are still tracking below in terms of catchments into our major reservoirs, still below the long-term average. But it's been a little bit better than it was in 2019. Your listeners might recall Barwon Water spent a bit of time communicating. We launched our big Water for Our Future program, which is a major program for us to develop our next urban water strategy, so a 50-year urban water strategy. And we're doing that in partnership with the community. But you may recall at the time of that, we spent a lot of time talking to customers and community through the media and at major events about how our climate was getting hotter and drier, and we actually were seeing our inflows into our reservoirs having over time, not in any 1 year, but over a period of time, significantly decrease. For example, since the late 90s, our inflows into our West Barwon Reservoir, which is our major catchment, had decreased by 32% since 1996. So that's directly attributable to a hotter and drier climate. So the whole purpose of us launching our Water for Our Future program was to really talk to our community about the premise that our climate is hotter and drier, and it's raining less. And so how do we think differently about water? And we've been having lots of conversations over the last 18 months with community leaders, with customers and community. Thousands of people have been involved to talk to us about what they value about water the most, and what they would like to see in terms of supply and demand going forward. So it's been a really exciting journey, but just because it might feel like it has been raining more recently, it is still a really significant issue for us to make sure that we plan, do the appropriate planning for the future to make sure that we do have, we can continue to supply the region with high quality water and recycled water services.
Yeah.
So we've been thrilled with the community's involvement in our Water for Our Future program. So thank you, everybody.
And look, I've been lucky enough to be involved in some of those as well. And the vibe and the feel around the room in those discussions has been amazing. And they've involved children or, teenagers as well as older people who care about this issue really deeply. And no doubt our members have been involved in that over the last 12 months. But how else can our members get involved in helping Barwon Water do what they do at the moment?
Well, that's a really great question. So there's lots of ways. We do a lot of engagement. So we really pride ourselves, I guess, on listening to our community and our customers just to really understand their preferences for our services, their preferences, and what they'd like to see Barwon Water do. Obviously everybody wants us to continue to do our core business, and we'll continue to do that. But we are more than just a water utility. We also, as I mentioned before, we really do look to economic, social, environmental and cultural prosperity. But what can customers and community do specifically? Well, you can help us, but you can help by being more water efficient, using water wisely. And one of the things I'm really keen to talk to you, if you don't mind, Ben, is just to mention to you a little bit about, we've got a new program. It's called our Business Water Grants Program. And we've got some water saving grants that we're making available to business and agricultural customers for projects that improve water efficiency and really permanent water savings. So we've got grants of up to $25,000 available for eligible projects, and that to provide up to 50% of the direct costs for that project. And to be eligible, projects really need to demonstrate that they've got a capacity to achieve water savings. And so good examples of that. For example, in the past, we've provided a grant to a nursery, for example, that was that had delivered something like 100 million litres of water savings in a project that they were putting together. We've had a hospital. A grant was provided to deliver water savings of 3 million litres of water a year. So there's all sorts of opportunities, and we're really keen just to talk to business. If you've got a good idea on the way on and you need some support to look at how you can, you might need to, do some sort of changes to your system, to your pipes, to the way you receive water into your business, give us a call and let's talk it through, because we'd love to talk to you. We're also keen to look for more businesses that want to potentially make use of recycled water. So you certainly have to be able to be, you need to be able to be somewhere where you can access recycled water, but there's sort of things that we can talk to you about. So we'd love to hear from you. Now,
you said give you a call. Now, I presume all the details and all the information are available on your website?
They are on our website. So www.barwonwater.vic.gov.au. So we'd absolutely love to hear from you, from anybody, in fact, who's got a good idea.
And our members can look forward. We'll send some information out accompanying this video as well, so that people know exactly where to go to. And $25,000 to save a bit of water. That sounds like a great thing to get involved in as a business.
It's a great thing. And so businesses just need to match that, and we'll work with them, because we want to save water. And if we can save 1 megalitre, which is 1 million litres, that absolutely helps us with our long-term water security. So it's all very important.
Very good. Well, Jo Murdoch from Barwon Water, thank you for being our monthly premium sponsor at the Chamber of Commerce. And it's a great message to send. And thank you for being involved today.
Thanks so much for having me. Bye, Ben.